when the wind picks up and when my lipstick isn't always all over my face. It's really cool. Yes. It's just different when I look at with the camera and then when I look at it from behind me. Because it's like from behind me, it's like I'm not looking at it. So sometimes I've noticed that they come close and then they stop when you turn around and look. But this one's cute. You're cute. I love you. What are you doing? Are you gonna come down here and get me? Aren't you gonna send me my sphere? Kitten of cuteness and fluffy cloudednessedness. Cute and fluffy cloudednessedness. I have a crush on Chris Martin because God said he's my soulmate. It's true, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. But beyond that, no. God wove my story into his music. Yeah, God wove my image into the music. Yeah, God wove all these things that I have in my possession, like images of things like this charm. Oh my gosh, it's nonstop. It's nonstop. And I never had gotten into their music. I never had really it's not like I avoided it. I've been, so I wasn't until the summertime that I like was brought to the music, and it was because it was put in my face. It was like, it kept coming into my feed, and then it was talking about soulmate stuff, and I was like, what? And then I dove in, and when I dove in, I found, and every time I do, I find, and it's mind-blowing. So here's how I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be an asshole like, oh, God shows me what's going on, and so therefore that means you're mine. You know, no, that just means there's a potential. It means there's a potential. The potential still needs to be something that's wanted by both parties, you know. But it's a potential, and that's good enough for me. That's so good enough for me. Yeah, because God is proving that God exists, and it's through my story, and it incorporates this love story potential. Because the truth of the matter is that God is the everywhere, and does everything except for like God is in everything. So it's not like God is a one. God is in all. And so how does God prove that? Well, it's because God provided an echo. And that's what I was shown to know, is that I was made in the echo of the Holy Spirit. And that God made a companion for me. Because why? Because I told God, I love you so much. You're so awesome. How do you fucking do this? This is great. And it's like, I need to hug you. Where am I going to find you? How am I going to wrap my arms around you? I need to love you back. And then that's when God guided me to the understanding that God gave me someone to love God back with. Yeah. So it's mind-blowing. It's this love. And so, but God guided me to it at the end of this calculation. For what reason? Why would God do that now? Well, I have a good reason to believe that. The reason is because I need visibility, and this world just wants to silence and suppress and sequester me. And the band they're already on the same message. It's the music of the spheres. I mean, don't even get me started. It's nonstop with the message correlation. So this Angel Moon, the weirdos. That looks like me. That looks like Josh. That looks like Pete, and that looks like John. And these guys I've determined are the story of Jesus, Peter, John the Baptist, and Mary Magdalene. And it's a rendering. The rendering in the past was influenced by the now. So the Angel Moon, that's them, but we're not a real band, even though I do sing, and I'm not quite the greatest at it, but I do sing from the bottom of my heart. And I'm not interested in any of those guys. I'm interested in handsome cat Chris, because God showed me to him, and I think he's the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my entire life. Well, no, he's the most beautiful man I've ever seen in existence. Yep. And it's true. And I'm not going to say God gave him to me, but I'm going to say, right, like, hey, woman. No, I'm going to say this, hey, excuse me, you're really handsome. And God seemed to think that we all have a purpose to work together to get this message out so that I can get safely to the headlines and then the nincompoops can stop their war fighting, because I've got a win-win solution for everybody. I literally do. I've got a positive perspective on the whole entire enchilada. And guess what, guys? This is what we're going to have to do, because we're not going to keep any kind of arguments going. I've got a win-win solution for everyone, because everybody's going to get a second chance, and we're going to get the spheres. We're going to get our own sidekick that's going to prevent us from doing any kind of crazy harm. And it's not prevent in a surveillance kind of way. It's prevent in a, you're going to have an intelligent sidekick with you that you wouldn't misbehave in front of. It's just that way. That's just what it is. So the win-win solution is for everybody. God's going to give us a do-over of 18 years before we have to enter into the gate 18 years later. This is when time is going to be renewed. This is the potential. This is the what-if potential of what God's shown me to. And I'm not telling you that it's guaranteed. I'm saying this is what I've been shown. This is as far as I know. You know, it may or may not even happen. How do I know? But I've got validating information that supports it. And we're talking cross-referencing verification level. Days of Daniel calculation. So, and I posted a video today, and it's a really important one, or last night actually. It's a really good one. You should watch it. It really breaks it down. It goes into the calculation. It goes into a lot of the conversation. But the good news is God exists. God is doing all of this. God is love. God is not punishing. God is stepping in the nick of time to show us the love that we need to be endowed with. And that's what I was born with, this upgrade to humanity's genetics, the love code. It's what me and my daughter represent. And so it's awesome. It's great news. It's good news. But like I said, I'm sequestered and silenced, and so that's why we need to get Coldplay to acknowledge this and go, my God, because he doesn't even have to be interested in me for us to get this done. This is all about the world getting the message from God's messenger, and the world getting the proof that God exists, because that's the only thing that people are going to listen to. And one of the proofs is the way that God wove me into their music from in the past. We're talking Angel Moon. They came out with that album before I even moved in with Josh and Pete. It's no joke. And they look like us. But not just look like us, they look like us in the photographs that I took of them the day that I took a photograph to have something to show that they looked like them. God does things on the super duper level and dials it all in. And I have every reason to believe that the way I'm going to show the world how it's revealed itself to me is going to be what shows the people how to find it in there. Because God meets us on our field, all of us. God is so non-invasive. God is awesome. Okay, what's going on over here? It was fire, what? What are you talking about? You guys are, you know what, I'm telling you one thing. You pieces of shit are gonna wish you hadn't tried to fuck with me, because I'm just gonna go like this. Go on, get! Get out of here. Put user in timeout. Hasta la vista! Hasta la vista! Yeah, that's right, you don't get to fuck with me. Says me. And God and God's armies. Yeah, that's right, only a poor sport would have a bad attitude towards me at this point. Only a poor sport would have a bad attitude about me right now. So don't be a poor sport. Got it? Good. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, don't be a poor sport. Wait a minute. See, here we go. Hello. Yeah, why would you want to be a poor sport? Why would you want to give me a hard time? I'm here, the bringer of the good news. And it's true, and it's actually awesome. So if anybody knows Coldplay or Chris Martin, tell them Allison has a crush on you. Well, he made it happen. The thing is no, but in all seriousness, this message needs to hit the headlines, and I've been silenced and sequestered for almost 10 years. God's communicated to me that the green light is here, the green light ready to rise. And that's what God wove my information into their music from back in time, applicable to the now, future influences the past, so that we can collaborate, because the world loves Coldplay and the message that they have to send. And we're talking, this is the music of the spheres. There's just so many of their messages that are just on point. So we got to get them the word. I'm willing to be like fun and you know, what's the word? Like, you know, there's media related and PR and like, you know, they're a band and they're celebrities and stuff. Yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go. Let's get it done. Okay? Let's do this. And if he happens, and he's just really, really charming and handsome, and dear God, he feels so like I've known him. And but I would be pleased to just have a friendship with them. So, because I'm the echo of the Holy Spirit. I'm in a holy matrimony already with the Holy Spirit. The only thing I need is a knight, a chivalrous knight, who wants to be handsome, and but so God said that He's the one that's approved. So I'm going for God's approval. All right, everybody. Good night. I gotta go inside. It's freezing.